Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's play a game of Name That McFarlane Toys subline with the McFarlane Toys DC Direct, Page Punchers, Comic Book Edition, Red Platinum, store exclusive. I don't even know what to call this anymore. Whatever he's called, I needed a classic Joker, so let's see if this one fits the bill. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, like I said in the intro, who knows what in the world McFarlane is calling these things? Who can keep up? We've got gold label, silver label, red platinum label. We've got page punchers that are this big. We've got page punchers that are this big. We've got this one apparently is a DC Direct that comes with a comic book. As a matter of fact, if you were even looking for the McFarlane logo on the front of this, you're not going to find it. Is the McFarlane logo even on the back? No, here is the comic book that it comes with. Is the McFarlane logo down here? Well, there we go. At Page Punchers. Right there. There's the McFarlane logo. I can't even... Who knows? This is a McFarlane Toys classic Joker. I didn't get the last classic Joker that this one is based on. That didn't come with the hat and the deco's a little different. I didn't get that one. But I saw this guy in my local Target this morning, and I was like, hey, A, feel like buying a toy, and B, I don't have a classic Joker to go on my shelf with my McFarlane Batman figures, so this guy, maybe it'll fit the bill. Let's find out. So we can see, we know where the comic book's in the back. It's kind of funny that they turned it around backwards and let the cover be on the back. It seems like it'd have been a little more colorful to have it turn around facing the front, but that's just me. We've got the card, the stand, his one accessory, and the figure itself. So let's get it out of this oh man, I hate dealing with these clamshells, but let's get him opened up and take a closer look. All right, taking a closer look at the comic book reproduction that he comes with. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths number 9. It looks like it came out in December of '85. And I had to look this up because I flipped through the book to see, because gosh, it's been so long. It's probably been since '85 that I actually read this comic, and I just couldn't remember if the Joker features prominently in this issue, and he absolutely does not. So I had to go on a little Easter egg hunt to find out whether or not the Joker does feature prominently in any of the issues of Crisis on Infinite Earth, and he doesn't. Apparently, this is his full debut in the series, right? Like, we can see the Joker like right there in this crowd shot, right here in this crowd shot, and like in like one panel in the back, like right here. Other than that, that's it. Actually, this would have been a really good comic for them to include with a Lex Luthor in his, Kenner superpowers outfit, the green suit, because that features prominently, there we go, in this issue. That would be really cool. I wish they would. I hope they do make a very classic Kenner Lex Luthor before his run ends next year. But apparently this is the most that the Joker does appear in any single issue of the 12-issue run. So that's why we got that one. Here is a closer look at the card itself. Features the exact same art, just pulled from the front cover. And then we hear check in with the vilest villains in the DC multiverse in this issue, exploring what the bad guys have been up to since the crisis began. Will this army of corrupt rogues take advantage of the mayhem descending on reality, or lend a hand in humanity's time of need? So it does, feature the Page Punchers logo right there. We do have the DC Direct logo there, or just the DC logo painted in white. And then we do have, his one pistol. So I'm glad we do get, such a sort of lethal weapon for the Joker. It doesn't have like a bang gag, so it's not like a toy gun. There's no porthole for blast effects or anything. It just it sort of is what it is. But there was a time when DC said no guns for DC characters, so we're lucky to even get this. So here is a closer look at the Joker himself, and if you do not have this figure or have yet to ever watch a review of it, let's get the big thing out of the way. No, the hat is not removable. It is a separate piece that is glued on, but the hat is not removable. If you did remove it, more than likely it would just have like a key section in there and it would not look good. But zooming in there on his face, he does have a very classic comic book Joker, which is exactly why I wanted to pick this up. I'm a little disappointed that the hat doesn't come off. I kind of wish that it would, but probably what I'll end up doing is either tracking down the old head from the other one that came on this body before, or maybe just a fan 3D print or something off of eBay. But we do get this cloth cape, which is made of trench coat, but it's made of the same very super thin material that the capes are made out of for every McFarlane figure that has featured a soft goods cape. So therefore it's not the sturdiest, it's not the best, and a third-party cape from probably like GPS Lot or somebody like that on eBay is probably going to be in order for this guy to be like, the definitive classic Joker that goes on my shelf. But all in all, as for what it is, it's not the worst cape ever, but it is very cheaply made. It is the lowest common denominator in soft goods, but at least it's not a sculpted plastic cape coat. So since it's not the best, let's go ahead and get this thing off of him just to see how this is going to look. I know it's going to look a little weird with the hat on, without the trench coat, but we're going to do it because, like I said, I'm probably going to be replacing this coat anyway, probably right after this video, as a matter of fact. But here's a closer look at his body. We're still getting very visible pins in the joints, in the arms, and the knees. They're not so noticeable in the knees at all. So I at least, I dig that. I do like the pinstriping on here. I believe this is new from the classic version that we got before. The legs are in this very, can you guys see how it looks like it's kind of bulging out like right here? And I don't mean for little Joker. I mean, it's just weird looking. There's no thigh cut. There's no rotation at the upper thigh. This is just a very weird looking lower piece. It's very weird. I do like the updated brighter colors here. I believe the old one, the flower, the inside of the flower was painted. I'll probably touch that up. I do like that his hand looks like it's small, positioned in a way to like hold up a playing card. I have plenty of 1/12 scale playing cards, so I'll just have to find one. But the funny thing is that for one of the first times in a mass market retail figure, he doesn't have a trigger finger hand. He just kind of has like a grasping hand, like a hand. So it's not a true traditional, it's not like your standard trigger finger hand, but you can get it in there in a believable fashion. I mean, again, this is just McFarlane, lowest common denominator, right? Like whatever is the cheapest, shortest, quickest way to the end result, that's what he's going with. So it's a little difficult, but you can get the finger through the finger guard on the pistol. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. And I have to say the overall the overall presentation is not terrible. Do I wish this was still a $20 figure? Yeah, but it was $27.99, so we're pushing $30 there at Target. I do like the very soft rubbery plastic used for the coattails. I think that's great. We have some nice detailing on the shoes. Glad they are painted. I'm glad that his hand can, sort of look like he's holding his lapel a little bit, even though I do think it's going to look better holding some cards. As far as the articulation goes on this guy, believe it or not, he can actually look up a decent amount. Can only look down about that far. You're just getting a single ball joint in there. It's got a dumbbell joint in there, so you do get some tilt and bobble. It looks really nice. Arms can go out and hit that T-pose, no problem. Can go all the way around. You've got some of that softer durometer plastic right here, the same as like right here, so that kind of moves out of the way. You can see how it's kind of like rubbery. You do have an upper bicep swivel, double jointed, although pinned elbows can get all the way. Let's see, what are we working with here on the wrists? Looks like a ball and hinge right there. This is all one piece, so you're not getting an ab crunch. He can only bend forward about that far, and he can bend back only about that far. As you can see, that does go up in there just a little bit. Legs can go all the way forward, can go out to the side all the way, can go back only about that far. Again, not much rotation at all. Double jointed pinned knees can go that far, and we do have some hinge and rocker down at the bottom. So, all in all, not the worst Joker figure I've ever purchased. Also not the best, but will he fit the bill? Yes, he will fit the bill, and he'll fit the bill just nicely eventually, especially once I get some replacement parts, maybe for the coat, maybe an additional head. But, how does he look standing up next to a classic Batman? And yes, I do have a custom cape on this guy. I think he looks great. You throw a Robin in there, and I think you've got the whole family. Yeah, I think he looks good. And this is what I needed to do. I need it to look good on my shelf next to this Batman, and it does. I just wish that it did that at a lower price point. Because at nearing $30, I think Todd could have give us a different hand, maybe make the hat removable, or a different head, throw in the other head that they've already put on this body before. There's some things they could do for $30, but it is what it is. I'll be spending a lot less money on McFarlane Toys in 2026, especially as he nears the end of his run, unless he's going to put out a ton of the Kenner Superpowers figures. I don't know how many more of these guys I'll be picking up in 2026. So I have to pare down a little bit, and splurging on superfluous figures from McFarlane, that's one of the places where I'm going to have to cut down. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you like this upgrade from the last classic Joker? Are you picking him up? Are you skipping out on him? What are you doing? Let me know in the comments down below. Please be sure to check out our podcast called Across the Toyverse. Comes out every 2 weeks. It's found wherever you download your podcast. And be sure to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark. I'll see you in the toy aisles.